Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Lily, and I'm so happy that you are here with me. In today's video, we are going to be working on Christmas tags because if you have been watching me this month, I am doing Christmas in August, and all because I missed a Christmas in July because I was too busy doing other projects. Anyhow, we are going to repurpose some packaging tags, and I have set some aside, which I particularly want to use, and upcycle them. So we are going to turn a little bit of trash into treasure. I am going to upcycle, repurpose, and reinvent these beautiful and cute little packaging tags and transform them into cute Christmas tags. And let me show you, there is no shame to my game, you guys. Look at this stack of packaging tags that I have. Yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed. I try not to throw anything away, only if I see its potential, okay? And I have saved these because I have been slowly working on tags. Depending on the season, I have made some other tags. In fact, a few months ago, I uploaded a video where I make some really cute packaging tags with these right here. And I was inspired earlier this year by a video I saw on Instagram by Prima Marketing, and that's how it got started. I had already been saving these packaging tags for a while, and then once I saw Prima Marketing's video on Instagram, I'm like, okay, I gotta get to work and make me some tags. And so I'm just kind of thumbing through all the different kinds of packaging tags that I have. I have some that were ephemera packs, others that were greeting cards, Tim Holtz, Heidi Swap, Maggie Holmes, a lot of citrus twist packaging tags. I used to subscribe to their kit for a long time. So Tim Holtz tags, sticker tags. So I just saved these. These are perfectly good pieces of paper that just need to be dressed up a little bit. So it's like a dress form, and we're just going to make it cute and pretty and alter them. And so that is what we are going to do today. So I will soon set these aside. I know I have tons of these, you guys. This is only a few that I am showing you, or else we would be here all day long, and I would have to call this a flip through of my packaging tag obsession. Okay. So now the few that I have set aside, I am going to transform. I don't get a chance to work on all of these packages, the packaging tags. I tried to work as fast as I could, but I'm actually only going to be able to work on a couple on screen. I do work on some off screen, but I thought it would be fun to take these that happen to be Christmas packaging and then turn them into tags and kind of mimic what is already there. Do you see the layers of the cellophane on this tag? So that's pretty much what I am going to be doing, is mimicking that same design. I thought it would be fun to recreate these, but actually turn them into a little tag with some little flip pages, just like this one. The same thing. It has a flap, it is stapled, and it had a little cellophane. I think this one held buttons. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. Well, here it is. That moment has arrived. I took the same tag and I turned it into this cute little Christmas tag. And there is that flap. And then I added I added the layer of vellum. And then underneath, I just added a sheet of scrapbooking paper. And kind of, like I said, mimicking that same design. So instead of having a cello bag to hold my buttons, I just added a little piece of vellum. And look at how cute. There's even areas for journaling. In my own personal junk journals, I do the majority of my journaling on tags. And it is just so much fun. Grab a tag, journal, document, tell a story, and then you can tuck it away. And that's what, just an idea as to how to reuse some of these tags in your junk journals. And this one is fun. This one held charms. And I thought it would be fun to leave it as it is and do like a flip tag. This one can either be placed over a page or in a pocket, but you have all of this area for journaling, for adding pictures, your own ephemera, or just leaving it as it is and inserting it in a junk journal just because it looks cute and it's pretty. So that is what we are going to do. We're going to make one of each of these and make it look cute and repurpose some junk. I think that is the most fun, is to take items that would have normally ended up in the trash and then turn them into something beautiful and pretty. I grabbed my personal junk journal, and this one here has turned into more of like my own idea journal. It didn't start out that way, but that's what it is now. So every time I make a tag like this one, this is one of the tags that I made a couple months ago, influenced by Prima Marketing. It was a Tim Holtz tag, and I just layered and collaged, and oh, so many beautiful details in these tags. I have a video that is linked down below. When I say down below, open up the description area even more, and then I have all the information and a link for you to go watch this video. Super, super fun. So now I'm going to show you an idea of how to use this one, and you can just place it over the top of a page and it'll just live there, and it's so cute, and it's visible on both sides of the page. And then I like the way it almost looks like a tag at the very top, and you have the ribbon and a little portion of the tag kind of peeking through, and I love that. It just makes it so much more fun to look at your journal when you have little bits and things kind of protruding out of all areas of the journal. It just makes it so much more fun to look at, and festive and happy and all of that. Or you can place it in a pocket, or you can just clip it and paper clip it. But these are just some ideas, give you some ideas on how to use these cute little tags. It's also, if you've been watching my most recent flip throughs, a lot of the offcuts from the scrapbooking paper that I've been using in my most recent junk journals, I fold a long strip of that offcut, just fold it in half, and then I just hang it over the top of the pages. So this is basically the same thing, except it's a tag. It's already made. I'm just covering it with beautiful paper and then just sliding it over the page. I was kind of showing you there my rainbow card. It was something I was playing with. I was playing with color and rainbows and just different things. It never made it to a video, but maybe one day it will. So that's what I was pointing out from my personal junk journal there. But I like it. I thought it was cute. Okay, so now I'm gathering all of my supplies. And I remember as I was filming or making this, I really, really wanted to make as many as I possibly could. But we were getting close to an hour, and I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to make some more. And I know that I could have probably edited all kinds of, parts out of the video to kind of, bring in everything that I worked on. But I also wanted to show you step by step, the layering process and from beginning to end. So all I did here is remove the staples so that I could work on it, open it up, work on it, add layers of paper. And what I also used for these tags were bits and pieces of scrap paper from my scrap box. So because I am working on Christmas in August, I have all of my supplies out. Everything. My holiday washi tapes, well, those are out all year long. Who am I kidding? All year long. But everything else that I keep separate, all of that is on my desk. It is out in bins, including all of my holiday scraps and all of my holiday ephemera, stickers and die cuts and just all of that. And that's why I've turned it into Christmas in August. The entire month I am working on nothing but Christmas projects. And I'm trying to get all of the things I want to do and I want to make in the month of August. I'm only hoping that I can get it all done. I know I said before that if I didn't finish in August, I wasn't going to be able to carry it on to next month. But now I'm thinking that if I'm having so much fun, you guys. I'm having so much fun creating holiday and Christmas projects that I'm thinking I'm ready to just stick with Christmas for the rest of the year. And then maybe incorporate a few other things, but maybe we'll call it, Christmas in August, September, October, November, and December. I don't know. I'm thinking ahead. I'm planning. But most of it, the bulk of my projects should be done this month. If they carry over into the following months, I'm okay with that too. I will fit it in. I'll make it happen. So I'm grabbing washi tapes and I'm just kind of decorating the front flap. And then just grabbing some papers from my scrap bin and using those to cover some of those white areas. Now, this one here, I could have left it as it was. I didn't have to cover it because there was no print or anything. But I thought it would be more fun to use papers and layer and add a lot of the holiday colors. I love the traditional holiday colors. And so I'm bringing those into my projects. Some of the papers that I'm using in this project, and also the papers I've used for the Christmas junk journals that I've just recently made, a lot of them are not holiday or Christmas papers. They're just papers that can be used during the holiday and Christmas season. Because as I was looking through all of my supplies when I was first gathering everything, when I first started working on Christmas at the beginning of August, I realized that I did not have a lot of Christmas papers. I have a ton of scrapbooking papers. So I went through my entire stash of scrapbooking papers and I came up with a lot of different designs that we could easily incorporate into Christmas, into the Christmas season. So just a little tip, go through your supplies and look at it with a different set of eyes, and I'm sure you will be able to find different designs and patterns that you can incorporate, not just into Christmas, but any holiday whatsoever. In fact, I know I'm going off topic, but I'm currently working on 4 more Christmas junk journals, and I have a scrapbooking paper pad of unicorn and rainbow scrapbooking paper. Well, I was able to pull some of those papers from that paper pad and use them in the new junk journals that I'm working on. It's so cute. And you'd never know that it came from a unicorn or, rainbow themed paper pad. So that's what I did. I just went through all of my supplies and just started pulling and collecting and separating it just in case it would come in handy for all of my Christmas projects. So again, just grabbing more scraps, and on this side I am covering up some of the print from the tag. Now you could easily make Christmas tags without having to use packaging, but then what's the fun in that? I mean, it's fun, of course it is. I make tags all the time too, but to be able to repurpose something and transform it, I mean, it's a challenge, and it's so much fun to see the before and after. But you could easily recreate this with scraps of paper, cardstock, or other types of packaging. You could use cereal box too, pieces of lightweight cardboard to make these and just fold over a flap. The other thing I want to point out is I didn't cover. Oh, look at that. Nice segue. As I'm holding the punch, I'm about to tell you that I didn't cover the hole in the tags. That is an option where you can just take the washi tape and just cover the entire hole, or even some cardstock or scrapbooking paper. You don't have to leave the opening visible. You could cover it up if you want to. I have covered it up in other tags. But I also want it to be visible that these were once packaging tags and that they have been repurposed. I think that's pretty cool to see what the original, what am I trying to say, what it was before the transformation, before the after. So again, just grabbing washi tape, and I'm kind of folding it over a little bit haphazardly. I'm not being too careful because the inside of it is going to be covered, because I will staple that flap down. And so if the washi tapes are kind of wonky and uneven, that's okay. It's going to be stapled shut. It almost resembles a little matchbook, doesn't it? I think it does. So I'm just trying to work my way through that little opening. I think in hindsight, when I first started working on these, it would have been much easier to just cover up the hole. But also fun to see that I didn't. What I did do is I grabbed the hole punch. I also wanted to mention that. And I did, because I did cover a portion of it, but I just took my hole punch and punched a new hole just so that I would be able to thread some ribbon around it, because these will have a little bit of ribbon, and you can see how I did that on the Santa tag that's on the upper right hand portion of the screen. So now I'm going to grab some scraps of vellum. I completely forgot that I had these vellums, and I had a lot of little scraps and pieces. And again, I discovered these as I was going through my entire stash. I think it is important, and I'm telling myself this, that we need to go through our stash periodically, because there is no way, if you have been creating for a long time, like I've been creating and most of my life, but I have been collecting like scrapbooking supplies for about 30 years. And some of the stuff I've had for a very long time. So I think it's important to go through our things, shop our stash, take inventory periodically so that we don't forget what we have. And I have been better at doing that, because I've been telling myself, use it or lose it. So if I'm not using it, I'm going to lose it because it's going to get dried up and old and I'm going to have to throw it away, or lose it by either donating it or giving it away. But I love everything that I have, and so I'm going to keep it and I'm going to use it, and so I've been better at that. I am scoring just a little bit right above the washi tape so that so the flap, because I'm going to staple the top, but I also want that flap to open up a little so that it's easy to lift the vellum in case, I or you want to add a picture or some journaling. We can just lift that little flap and get to writing, or just leave it as it is. Just leave it as it is too. That's okay. As I was also shopping my stash, I remembered I had Tim Holtz's tiny attacher, because I have been so comfortable in just using my desk stapler, which I also use for my other business. And I just reach over and I grab that one, and it's just a standard staple, which is fine. That's the one I've been using for, for a long time. But then I remembered as I was, looking through drawers and things, and there it was, a little tiny attacher. And I'm like, I'm going to use you, especially for these little tags, because those tiny little staples are so stinking cute. The other thing I did is I pulled out this tackle box of buttons. Buttons that I have had, you guys, for a decade. That's 10 years. I used to use buttons a lot in my card making and in scrapbooking. And then they just kind of got put away because I think it just, that trend kind of came and went. But they're still cute. I still like the buttons. And so now I'm going to I brought the buttons out because I want to use more of the buttons and all of these other little like flares and embellishments that look so cute. Those little red ones, I think, were little red fabric covered buttons, and they're flat back from Close to My Heart, which I have had for a long, long time. Close to My Heart. You guys are familiar with Close to My Heart? It's like a Stampin' Up! Company, very similar to that. And they happen to be here in the city next door to me. They're super close. And then sometimes they'll have warehouse sales, you guys. I know. I have a couple friends that work for them in their warehouse, but they haven't had one since the pandemic. So I hope that they bring those back because those are fun. Yes. Adding a little bit of trim because that is just so cute. It looks like, you know what? Looking at these, they look like my little houses. Have you guys watched my little house envelope pocket videos where I make cute little whimsical houses and Christmas houses from envelopes? If you haven't seen those, you guys, they are so stinking cute, so easy. You can repurpose junk mail envelopes, and make these beautiful little whimsical houses or Christmas houses. I will have that video also linked down below. Or you can also go visit my homepage on my channel and then sift through my videos there. And so, but those little house envelopes, so cute. So that's what I was saying, that these almost look like my little house envelopes. That looks like a little roof and little icicles coming down from the eaves. Oh my goodness, so cute. Maybe I need to make some little houses, littler houses. Yes, I'm onto something. So just adding that hole again right through the vellum because it's kind of showing through the opening, and I'm just going to thread some ribbon. And this tag is just about done. So stinking cute. I have a whole bunch of tags, so I need to get busy because I want to be able to make enough of these to add in the new Christmas junk journals. You guys, those are so cute. The two that I recently made, I did a flip through, I want to say it was about a week or so ago, and so much fun. I made the covers from box packaging, and they turned out so cute. I put those up on my Etsy, and they were gone super fast. You guys, it warms my heart. I am so flattered. Like, it just, like, mind blown. Poof, my mind has been blown. You guys are awesome. I think it's amazing that that we're able to create work, and then when your work sells, it is very humbling, very flattering that that you guys like my work. It just blows my mind. To finish it off, I am just taking some vintage photo, and then I'm just going around the edges to kind of give it a finishing touch. I don't always do this, but I thought it would look cute. I don't vintage photo everything, but I like the look. And why not do the one that I had already done before? But these are super easy. At least I think they are. And I hope that you will go through your junky junk box. I have one. And if you are into junk journals, you have one too. So pull out all your little junky bits and let's transform them and make pretty things like Heidi Swap says. So now we're going to work on the Santa tag. This one's fun because these tags, when I first took the charms off of the tags and I looked how it opened, because I didn't know that from first glance when the charms were attached to the tags. I didn't realize that it was going to open up like this. And I thought this would be so much fun. I knew from the moment I took the charms off, I knew that I was going to make a tag from this packaging. I didn't know I would be doing it for Christmas, but here we are. It's just such a fun tag. Something that is not flat or single tag. What is it? Interactive. Interactive, is that what I'm trying to say? Where it has more than one, component, I guess. This, I had, what charms were these? Paige Evans. So I found these charms. I love these charms so much, you guys. So I bought a whole bunch of them because I just loved them so much. And they are the charms that I have recently used on the little golden book junk journals that I've made. And I have a video for that too. Do you want to see it? I'm going to link it down below if you're curious to see what charms I'm talking about. But they are enamel heart charms in these beautiful, bright, and vibrant colors. So if you're familiar with this designer, Paige Evans, that's just, her look and her style. So stinking cute. And she had these beautiful charms, and I bought one, and then I went and bought a whole bunch more because they are just so cute. Anyway, that's where this packaging came from. I went through the trouble of, now I covered up the hole with, or part of the hole with the washi tape, and then I went through the trouble of getting my scissors and cutting it out. I really didn't have to do that because I have the hole punch. I could just punch the hole through it and then just call it good. Or just seal it completely. I am just reinforcing the fold just to make sure it doesn't come apart. By the way, on the little tags, the ones there on the upper right hand corner, when I scored the flap, I went too deep and it ended up cutting one of them. Only one, because the other I scored it right over the washi tape. But one of those I did score too deep. And so it split a little bit. So then I had to go back and reinforce it with some washi tape. So just be careful when you score. I should have known better and not been so heavy-handed with the stylus tool. So I'm going to do the same thing with the front flap, is I'm going to score it just a little bit so it's easy for that front flap to open up so that it'll expose the inside and you're able to add pictures and journaling and all that fun stuff. So I'm just lightly going over it. And this one isn't going to split because I am scoring over the washi tape, and the washi tape is kind of reinforcing that score line. So it's not going to split on me. So if that happens to you, just mend it with some washi tape. No one will ever know, you guys. Now I do add ribbon to the opening, but you don't have to. If you don't add a ribbon, then if you place it over your junk journal page, it'll sit nicely right over the pages. I mean, you saw how it fit nicely over the page even with that little ribbon on there. But you could do either or. It'll look just as nice with and without the ribbon. Oh my gosh, so I went to Hobby Lobby the other day because in the previous video I mentioned that I had ran out of Fabri-Tac. Completely went through my bottle of Fabri-Tac. And I went to Hobby Lobby just to go get the Fabri-Tac. When I got home, I forgot the Fabri-Tac. But I came home with all kinds of other things that were not on the list. And I remember saying that I was only going to go to Hobby Lobby for the one thing, but that was a big fat lie. It's the biggest lie I've ever told myself. Stick to the list, stick to the list. I try, but I just can't. And then they had so many things on clearance, so I'm like, okay, I'll just pick up a few extra things. But I only buy things if I know right then and there that I have a use for them, because I'm not about hoarding supplies or saving them for just in case or what if. No, no. So if I see an item and it's a great deal and I can immediately put it to use, then I will pick it up. Anyhow, I came home, I realized I didn't have Fabri-Tac, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I went for the one thing and I forgot it. And then I completely ran out of the Fabri-Tac. I mean, I was completely out. And then I also went through glue sticks. So I went searching for my box of adhesives, which I keep in a separate part of the room. And when I opened up my box of adhesives, you guys, I had a brand new bottle of Fabri-Tac in there. And then I had a few smaller bottles of Fabri-Tac of the Beacon 3-in-1 glue. I thought, are you kidding me? So going back to what I said earlier, we need to go through our inventory more often, because chances are we're going to forget what we have. And then because I've moved things around so much, I forget what I have. So I'm trying to go through my stuff more often. And after seeing all of that glue that I still have in the glue box, I'm like, oh my gosh. So before I go out and buy anything, I need to just go through my supplies. I also found a ton of double-sided tape. Oh my goodness. All right. I am going to cover up a lot of those little areas. See where the white underneath is showing through? And I think it's all those small details that look so cute. You know, you take the time to cover things up and make it look cute. So that's what I'm doing here. So if you're going to go, or it's okay to go that extra step or go the extra mile, because when you start looking at an item, you're going to dissect it and look at all of the details that go into a project. And so covering up that little white area there, which is fine just the way it is, but covering it up and adding a little bit of gold, because adding gold lately has been my jam, gold or glitter. And a little bit goes a long way. You saw how I cut a piece of that washi tape, but then cut it again lengthwise to make it thinner. And then I took, so do you see how the hole is oval on the tag or the opening? So I'm taking the hole punch, and then I punched on the edge of the washi tape so it matches the curve of the opening on the tag. It just happened to be the exact same size. Isn't that pretty cool? And then the washi tape just fit perfectly right against that opening. Oh my gosh. And you know, I didn't plan that. That was just by happenstance. I like that word, happenstance. Please let me know if you are currently working on Christmas projects, or do you think it's still too early? Is it too early? Last year, I worked on all of my Christmas projects in December. So, and the month of December is very busy for a lot of us. And then to add Christmas projects on top of that. And then I was also doing my Christmas daily. So yeah, there was a lot going on last December. And so that is one of the reasons why I vowed to start early, so that I'm not rushing in the month of December, and so that I can also I enjoy it regardless, but I want to enjoy it even more and not feel so rushed to get things done. So let me know if you think, or if you're working on Christmas projects, or if you think it is too early. I know it's still 95 degrees outside, so it's kind of funny to be working on Christmas and working on snowmen and little snowflake embellishments when it's 95 degrees outside and I'm inside with the air conditioning and I'm wearing a sweater inside because it's cold because of the air conditioning, but it's so hot outside. Oh my gosh, I know. I know. Oh, some of my little Christmas ribbons wanted to make an appearance. So hello. I'm telling you guys, I have everything. All of my Christmas is out and it is on my desk and it looks crazy. But I share something in common with Tim Holtz, and that is when I'm done working on the project that I'm working on, I will put it all away. Because then when I start up again the next day, it's easy to find what I need if it's all put away. Except Tim Holtz is much neater than I am, but I do put everything away after I'm done. As I'm working, however, I lose things while I'm working. So sometimes in my other videos, see how on right now you could see two different pairs of scissors? That's because I lose them on my desk as I'm working on the project. So sometimes I'll bring out 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of scissors, you guys, because they get lost within the piles of supplies that I'm, constantly working on during the project. I've done the same thing with rulers. I think one of the last videos my sister says, she watched one of my videos and she says, I think I counted 4 rulers that you used during your video. And I said, yeah, you're right. Because every time I put it down and then it gets covered with paper and things, I lose it. So it's easier to just reach for a new one. So yeah, but I do put my things away. It's just easier that way. This paper is so cute. It is not Christmas paper. And I don't remember if it came from a paper pad or not, but it has been one of my favorite papers to use. I love that design and it has all of the right colors for Christmas. So I'm using every little bit of it and saving all the scraps, because when you start working on smaller projects or smaller tags or little embellishments, every little piece of paper counts. This is Stampin' Up! Paper, that one that's at the bottom with the green polka dots on the other side. That is Christmas Stampin' Up! Paper that I have had for a really long time. I was actually a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Oh my gosh, back, I think I started around 98 or 99. Yeah, a long time ago. I met a friend here in when I first moved to Utah. So I've been in Utah since 1994. And then in the late 90s, I made a really good friend and she was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And oh my gosh, she gave me that catalog and I thought, where has this been my whole life? I love it. And then I became her #1 customer. And then shortly after that, she just made me a demonstrator. And then I was teaching classes, scrapbooking and card making. And oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I loved it. Loved it. And then, Stampin' Up! Is just up the road from where I live. So it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. But then it got to the point where I was learning about all of these other designers and products. And I didn't want to limit myself to just one thing. And I still shop Stampin' Up! Products. I love everything that they carry. I'm just no longer a demonstrator. I haven't been for, gosh, 10 years or so. But when I was getting introduced to like Tim Holtz and everybody else and all of the other designers and all of the other great companies out there, and I wanted to incorporate more of that into my projects and also my classes that I was teaching. So that's what I did. And when I was in California, I was holding workshops. And they weren't Stampin' Up! Workshops. They were just craft workshops, and I was just introducing all of my customers or attendees, all of the different things, you know, to create and to make things. I had so much fun. I think that was one of the things that I enjoyed the most while I was in California, was holding workshops and being able and free to use whatever I wanted. I really like that. Just a little bit of everything. Oh, let me stop. Let me get back on track here. That tray right there is holding punch outs from from packaging, from gift boxes. So I grabbed my circle punch and my tab punch, and I was punching through Christmas gift shirt boxes from Christmas 2021. I have a video where I make Christmas Rolodex cards. I'm going to link that one down below as well. And I use some of these circles and some of the other punches, and I show you how I do it and how I use them in the Christmas Rolodex cards that I made. So that's where those came from Christmas packaging from last year. You know, I talk about how I went to Hobby Lobby and, you know, I purchased things, and I love craft supplies, all kinds from everywhere. But I think one of the biggest thrills is for me to repurpose junk and use junky objects. And I think that's the most fun. So as much as I like shopping, I also like using junk and recreating it and repurposing and all of that. So, and that's what I try to incorporate in a lot of the work that I do. I want to show you how I like to repurpose junk, so that it, you know, hopefully it provides you some inspiration so that you can use found objects and create your own work, your own works of art. These have been really fun to make. I know that during this video, I was only able to make a couple, but I did make a whole bunch more off camera. And you'll see them in future videos when I finish the Christmas junk journals that I'm currently working on. I will be incorporating and adding a lot of this work into those junk journals. So you'll see a lot of other designs as well. The same thing with the Rolodex cards that I've used and the little mini tags. And so a lot of the Christmas ephemera that I'm creating, I'm building up to be able to use in the Christmas junk journals. So I'm hoping to have those junk journals done within the next week, and then I will do a flip through so you can see all the new stuff that I've been making for it. That'll be fun. I can't remember if I go ahead and I cover the back or not. I believe I am saying here that you don't have to cover it if you don't want to. You can leave it as it is. And that you can also cover the hole with washi tape, or not the hole, but the opening. But so cute. I love how they have turned out. These are my Santa tags. They are so stinking cute, you guys. And see, this is how I plan to use them, just over the page, with or without the ribbon. They're just going to look so perfect, just kind of sitting pretty on top of a page. These were so much fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the duration of the video. Oh, look, I do use washi tape. I didn't think I was going to leave it alone. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you think down below and what you are currently working on. I think you guys are awesome. A big hug to all of my subscribers, especially the ones that you who have been here with me from the very beginning. And then I would like to say thank you and welcome to all of my new subscribers. And for those of you watching and you have not subscribed, if you like my content and you want to see more of it, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And so you can continue to watch more of my content. Here are some of the other packaging tags that I have worked on off camera. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to finish working on these, but this is my stack of tags. I still have so many more to work on, but you'll see those in the future. And here they are, all nicely put together. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. You guys take care. And again, I appreciate you being here with me. I will see you next time, all right? Bye.